Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about angles in Valorant. I'm going to be talking about how to hold them, what you should be thinking about when you're holding an angle, how you choose an angle to hold, and then some just common things that I think you guys should know if you do not already. So let's get into it. All right, the first thing you need to know about holding angles is that the closer you are to the wall, the later you see somebody, right? So say I'm trying to hold B and I'm going to play this angle and I'm holding for them to come up close and I think I'm holding an off angle, but I'm not really, right? So I'm playing really close to this wall right here and I'm holding for somebody to swing into B. If I get peeked by a guy deep out here, he will see my shoulder and the side of my head way before I see him, because when you're playing closer to the wall, more of your camera's blocked by the wall, which means that your body is like showing even though you can't tell. So if you're holding an angle, you want to play off the wall, and you typically want to be further off the wall when holding than the guy peeking you. So that is probably one of the biggest properties of angles that people need to understand. It's why when you throw shoulder, so like if I'm going to throw shoulder at somebody like this, it's why you do it so close to the wall, right? Because you less of your body's being exposed, but like you're able to move quicker by doing it like this, where you're close to the wall and just giving a little shoulder and then swinging out wide when you bait their shot or whatever. But yeah, let's talk about holding angles and what you want to think about when you're holding angles. So when you're holding an angle, the way that it works in this game is Peeker's advantage is really, really strong, and Peeker's advantage will probably most of the time win if they're pre-aiming the spot that you're playing, right? So you don't want to hold, when you're holding an angle, like you're posted up on an angle, you don't want to hold something that's a common angle, right? So like most of the time, that's like these like tighter angles or things that people are pre-aiming when they're swinging. You have to think about what would you do if you were the opponent? Where would your crosshair be when you peek this angle? So like say I was holding that angle up there, if somebody's swinging from window, their crosshair is already there. Like that's the first angle that you check when you swing window. You go like this, you peek this, and then you come out wide and you clear the wide angle, right? So playing common angles like this, if you're just trying to hold, is not usually the best idea if you're trying to hold an angle, because Peeker's advantage will most of the time be better than you and faster than you can react. It's why a lot of people think that they're just getting insta headshot by people all the time. It's because you're playing an angle that they're already pre-aiming. So you want to think about that. You want to make sure that you're not playing an angle that somebody's pre-aiming. And the other thing is you want to play angles, and this is kind of hard to think about conceptually, but you want to play angles that force players to press W in order to peek you, right? So what I mean by that is like you want somebody to have to press W in their movement in order for them to get a shot on you, right? Because when they're pressing W, they're moving in a straight line towards you, which means it is a lot easier to shoot them because they're not going left to right. You don't have to adjust your crosshair horizontally. It's why it's like why you want to peek people when they're in choke points, or like you want to flash then peek them when they're in choke points, because if somebody's running up long C, right, they have to press W to come up through this choke point, right? They can only start actually peeking with A and D once they get up to this angle right here. But even when you're clearing out like this, they sort of have to like tap W in order to adjust their movement a little bit, and like you want to play angles that exploit that movement and force people into pressing W or having bad movement when they're actually swinging you. So you don't want to play an angle where somebody can just full on 80 swing you without any sort of W or S movement, because that's when they're moving their fastest, and that's the hardest shot to hit. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly say that I stream every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Check out all this amazing content that you're missing.
Revealing area. There they are.
Let's take a look at some in-game examples on you playing proper angles and how to catch people off guard with the angle that you're holding. So in this first clip, I'm going to be pushing up close CT spawn after I got a pick on A in order to catch the rotators off guard. Now, most of the time when people are swinging from CT, they clear this first angle, right, to start. And then after they have cleared that first angle, they will swing and try and clear this close angle is the second one that they want to look at, because people will tuck into this corner and try and catch people as they go into heaven, right? So what I do is, knowing that people like to take advantage of that positioning, I'm going to play something out in the open where people aren't really going to be pre-aiming. When this guy swings, he's not going to be looking at where I'm playing. He's going to be looking at the first common angle over here, and then he's going to swing to clear the rest of this. And while he's swinging and stuck in his movement, that's when I will take the shot on him. So.
Okay, you have Bumpaah.
So ready.
Kill it.
CT.
I go back tower.
Just good crosshair placement. Looks like that guy has literally no time to react, but it's just because I'm playing an angle that he's just not expecting. So he probably doesn't have his crosshair pre-aimed and ready to shoot me. All right, so we're going to take a look at the next clip now. I'm on a save round right here, and I'm going to use changing up my angles and just playing off angles in general in order to catch a player off guard after I killed his teammate. So I'm walking up, and I'm about to peek this first angle. I swing and get the kill on Killjoy, and now the Killjoy's calming, hey, this guy is posted on main, and this guy swings thinking I'm either walking up or I'm still playing on this left-hand side, but I've walked out into this deep angle. So when this guy swings, he's aiming over here, and I just am on the other side of his crosshair. He would have to do a really wide flick in order to transfer over to me. So you just need to be thinking about, when you're positioning and when you're about to hold an angle, you need to be thinking about, am I in a spot that if I were this enemy player, would I expect me to be here, and would I be pre-aiming this? And if the answer is no, you're probably playing a pretty good angle. So yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that. This kind of mind games here is something that you really have to think about and be cognizant of. Make sure that when you're playing the game, you're actually like thinking back in your head, taking notes like, was I playing a good angle there? What could I have done differently? Look at your teammates. When you're in low elo, people play shitty angles a lot. So be sure to study your teammates as well and be like, oh, was this a good angle that this guy took, or should he have done this instead? And always be learning and absorbing this information, so that you can practice constantly and get better, and you will learn and develop quickly. I promise you that. All right, really quickly before we go, I just wanted to say that I'm not really doing educational content full time anymore. But like I've said, if I have an idea for a video like I had here, I will make the video. I do want to still put out good information. It's just I'm not going to be doing weekly VOD reviews or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Be sure to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bumpaah, if you have any more questions, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.